Hello, today we are going to be presenting our company project for engineering economics for the spring 2012 year. Our company name is Kyocera and it is presented by Elvia Correa.
And Christopher Guadian.
The company was originally based in, or is originally based in Kyoto, Japan. It was founded in 1952 as Kyoto Ceramics as a startup venture by Dr. Kazuo Inomori and about another 7 colleagues. 30 years later, it was renamed as Kyocera Corporation, and as the company grew, it currently employs a little bit over 66,000 employees. The company's original production was of various ceramic components, and as Kyocera progressed, it expanded its production by making liquid crystal display panels and thin film devices, which are both used in mobile electronics. Other ones include printers and solar modules. Kyocera has 6 divisions, the first one being the fine ceramic components, which is in the manufacturing of ceramics that are resistant to heat and corrosion compared to other plastics and metals. The semiconductor components are used in mobile phones and digital appliances as well as in different parts in the cars. The third one is the applied ceramic products, which is used in the healthcare industry, such as dental implants and joint replacements. The electronic devices produce capacitors and synthetic crystals. The telecommunications equipment produces cell phones and headsets. And finally, the document imaging equipment produces office printers, faxes, scanners, etc. Next, Kyocera produces many household products that range from kitchen utensils, such as knives and peelers, to parts for your vehicles. Kyocera also produces office equipment that we are all familiar with. Some of these examples would be parts for printers and calculators, capacitors, and the ever-present ceramic ballpoint pens.
Okay, now we move on to the financial aspect of our project. From stats we found on the internet, we found out that Kyocera was actually in pretty good standing. It had a pretty good ratio, 3.76. Revenue was pretty good too, 1.3 trillion. Earnings per share, about $667. The current ratio was done in comparison to Molex, the other company that was given to us. An interesting piece of information that we found though, as you can see on the top graph, is that fine ceramics, which was originally what Kyocera was founded on, now is only 6% of what the company sells. The rest has been taken over by their other 5 departments. This next slide is all about how the company sits among its competitors. As you can see, Kyocera is the 4th in the industry. It's also behind another company that was assigned to us, Hitachi. It is rated about $17.28 billion. Our graph on the bottom is its quarterly earnings per share. You can see down at the beginning of 2009, it was in the negatives. We believe it to be in part due in part to the recession, but since then it's come up throughout the years. It went turned positive, reached the high of 2.13 end of the year 2010. It dropped a little bit recently, but as time progresses, it seems to do pretty well and now sits at 1.8. Moving on to the next slide, we're covering Kyocera's stock. We started at the beginning of the year, first week of January, and ended end of April. From what you can see, the closing price for Kyocera's stock has always been pretty much towards the high end of the market. The average price, as we listed, was $88.81. It did reach a high, as it says, of $98.54 on April 27th, most recent time. So we expect it to continue climbing and make it more interest-worthy. Another part that we decided to cover too was also the salary. This is the average employee salary for roughly 5 occupations that we found throughout the company. In comparison to the industry, they were a little bit above average, showing that Kyocera does pay its employees a little bit better, probably makes them want to stay more with the company and help them out. Our next slide covers the return on equity. Just like the previous one for the current ratio, this one's also done in comparison to another company, which happens to be Molex. You can see we took it for 4 years, 2008, 2009, 2010, and 2011, just like previous ones. In 2009, we expect the decrease to be thanks to the recession. Both companies were sitting pretty well before it, both positive, or roughly around 7. They dropped, Molex dropping further so, negative 13.52%. Kyocera managing to stay positive. After that, they both picked up. They've been doing pretty well. Kyocera is a little bit above where it used to stand back in '08. Molex rebounded quite well and now sits at 13.68%. We expect this to stay the same, and Kyocera we expect to keep on going with this trend and be a trustworthy investment. To finish off for our financial part of this project, we got the long-term growth rate. This is quite startling because, as you can see, analysts predicted to grow 0%, Molex 8.6%, and the other companies expected to do quite well, 10.9%, 20%. We think that Kyocera will change this around and show that it's ready to move on to larger things and become a leader in the market. Moving on with Kyocera's future research and development, you can see the KJ4BZ inkjet printhead, which is designed to be faster and provide a higher resolution. Really, Kyocera strives to make the world a better place, so most of its designs and projects have been more focused towards the green aspect. Part of this would be Kyocera's solar panels, which are actually to be used as part of the new Toyota Prius.
And to conclude this presentation, over the past 5 decades, the vision of creating a company dedicated to the production of high-quality products has become a success worldwide.
Kyocera has brought new advancements in technology. It's very well among the industry. Its stock is increasing, and it looks to be promising for investors.
Thank you and have a good day.